Hi, everyone. It is your girl, Kimberly, and it's another edition of our Women Crush Wednesday. I wanted to continue the conversation from last week since we are 2 weeks out. Only 2 weeks out from our 60th anniversary in Mary Kay. And last week I talked about the woman, Mary Kay, who was our Women Crush Wednesday or Woman Crush Wednesday. And again, she's going to be our Woman Crush Wednesday today because she has done a marvelous job and impacting so many lives, not only here in the United States, but across the world. And so, just to give you a little backstory again on what happened and why she decided to launch the company on September 13th, 1963. So, this upcoming September 13th, we're going to be celebrating our 60th anniversary. A month before, September 13th, a month before, so August 13th, right? A month before, her husband passed away. Now, I want you to imagine and think about this. Okay, so they're planning to launch a company. They're looking at all of the records, the financial records, different products that have been purchased, different products that will be purchased for inventory, and all of that stuff. And then, boom, he passes away from a sudden heart attack. They were eating breakfast at the table, and he has a sudden heart attack and pass away. Now, Mary Kay has to make a decision because her company is supposed to open up a month from now, but she has to bury her husband. She has to make other decisions. She's going through the grieving process. And then she has this company that she's trying to start as well. So the decision was, okay, do I start the company? Do I still launch the company? And who is now going to run the company, because her husband was supposed to be the chief financial officer because he was looking at all of the records. He was looking at the money coming in and the money coming out. Mary Kay didn't even look at all of that stuff because she was like, he's handling it, so I'm not worried about it. And he passes away. So there's no one left to look at the records, to look at the money coming in, coming out. And so she gets her family together. So Mary Kay has three kids. She has two boys and a girl. She gets them all together after the funeral, and she kind of felt uneasy even having a conversation because she's like, I just buried my husband, but I think I still have to go through with opening up or launching my business, because she had already put in her life savings into the company already, and it was going to either do well or it was not going to do well. She had already heard from her accountants and she had already heard from her lawyer. They basically told her to liquidate her products that she has right now so that she can get some money back in her pocket, because her company was not going to do well. It was going to fail, and it was going to fail quickly also. And so she got her three kids together and they sat around the table, and she basically laid it out for them and was like, okay, I am going to do it. She told them, I'm going to do it. They believed that she could do it because they had seen her their whole life doing things. She was their sole supporter. She was a single mom. She was a sole supporter for her three kids. And they had seen her growing up where she was just kind of making things happen. And anything she put her mind to, she was able to do it. So she looked at her 19-year-old son, Richard. He had just started working at an insurance company. He was making $480 a month, which to her, she was like, I cannot believe that they're even paying him $480 a month, because just yesterday he was a kid. He's 20, actually. He was 20. Yesterday he was a teenager, and now he's 20 years old. And they're paying him $480 a month. And she was like, I surely cannot pay him that. So $250 is what I will pay him. He accepted the job to be the CFO, to run the financials. Her other son, Ben, who was living in Houston at the time, he couldn't move to Dallas yet because he had other job related responsibilities and things like that. So he reached in his pocket and gave her the rest of the money he had in his savings account, and that was $4,500. So he basically wrote her a check for $4,500 and said, Mom, I believe you can do it. I've seen you my whole life do unimaginable things. I believe that you can launch this company and that it would be successful. And then her daughter, of course, started as a consultant when Mary Kay launched the company as well. So at the time, it was actually called Beauty by Mary Kay. And then Mary Kay ended up changing the name to Mary Kay Cosmetics. But she opened up the door with her son, her 20-year-old son, Richard Rogers, as her CFO. And then she had 9 friends and family members to start as a consultant. Now, mind you, this was a month after her husband passed away, right? A month after her husband passed away. So still grieving, but yet running a business, working to run a business, and to really get it off the ground because she was the founder. So everything, she was doing it all, cleaning the toilets and everything, running back and forth to get orders, actually doing facials and pampering sessions and training the sales force also, and having meetings about financial stuff with Richard. I mean, she was doing it all at that point in time as well. And because she made the decision to say, yes, I am going to start this company, and that she's going to start it with the golden rule philosophy, which is to treat others the way you want to be treated. And then also God first, family second, and career third, because she made the decision 60 years ago. I am here today as a Mary Kay beauty consultant, and I've been building my business now for 11 years. But even from my business, I've been able to make a huge impact on lots of women lives and family lives also. So thank you, Mary Kay, for being a woman of change, for one, a woman that go after her dreams, regardless of what the current situation or the current circumstances look like. She had a goal and a dream, and she still went after it. And a woman who looks at her current situation and say, okay, how can I still make this work and still get it done? And so she didn't even allow the death of her husband to be the reason why she did not do it. It was kind of more of the reason why she did do it, because they had already put a goal in place and they had already put a plan in place. And so now it was time to execute the plan, regardless if he was here or not. So this Wednesday is again our Mary Kay, the woman, Mary Kay, the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, because we're going to be celebrating 60 years on September 13th, 60 years from when she actually opened the doors to Mary Kay Cosmetics. All right. Thank you so much. Join me again next week on Women Crush Wednesday, and we'll see who it is.